Hello world, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's the 20th of March 2015. There was a pretty strong eclipse of the sun in my locality about 20 minutes ago. We're still in the eclipse fallout. The diamond ring happened about 20 minutes ago. It's unusually bright out there. I had thick cloud until about 10 minutes before the eclipse, when it started thinning and all of a sudden the sun was visible clearly and I was able to see it without precautions because of the thick cloud. First time I've seen an eclipse from this country in decades. And yes, very, very emotional. All the birds, even in the middle of a city, came to the tops of the trees. As I sit here talking to you, I've got footage on in the background from a telescope feed in Svalbard in northern Norway, and the total eclipse is yet to happen there. It's about 11 minutes away as I record it. It's an awesome event. The footage I saw from the plains over the Faroe Islands, the actual moment of the total eclipse, the diamond ring, first of all on the bottom left and then on the bottom right. Just, words fail me. Really, for once, words fail me. It's nature at its best. And yet the light of the sun is cut off. As we see the sun fade behind, the last slivers of the sun fit behind the moon. So we see sort of almost the light being extinguished, hope fading. And then there is the darkness of the moon. And I found myself crying, sobbing, not crying, sobbing, and almost howling for that occultation when the light of the sun was cut off. And then the sun came back, the light returned on the other side. Meantime, in the background, I had to turn the volume off because there's one of the top astronomers in the world who, like his predecessor, really hates astrology. And he was saying what an absolute coincidence it is that the sun is 400 times as far away from the earth as the moon is, and the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, and without that we wouldn't get total eclipses. And yes, of course it's a coincidence, 400 to 1, what's the odds? Yeah, right. But then his predecessor, the leading British astronomer for many decades, who I believe is now passed, he had a tornado land on his house once. Astronomers, astrologers, another story. We're still in the eclipse. The light of the sun has been cut off from us for a brief moment. And this is the life bringer. It brings us light and life and heat and warmth. And without it, we wouldn't be here. Remember, we're on a small lump of wet rock orbiting a fairly small star, but a star that has volition and life of its own. Witness the sunspots and the auroras of recent times. We live on a fragile world. We're dependent on the sun. The ancients knew about this. It's a fact that of the tens of thousands of ancient stone monuments of antiquity dotted all around the world, more than half of them are eclipse predictors of both the sun and or the moon. Throughout history, humanity's predicted the eclipses. Why? The light was cut off. It still is being cut off. In an hour from now, the total eclipse will be over everywhere. Time for reflection. 12 hours time, equinox. 12 hours time, there'll be equal sun, equal moon, equal day, equal light everywhere in the world. And that's how it is now, really, post-eclipse. For the next 12 hours, believe it or not, the planet is in a state of balance. So the more we as individuals can find that balance in ourselves today and not go to extremes, I think the better the future. So, hope you had a good one. Hope it was eventful. Catch you later. Bye.